सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितं कालदेशावदिभ्या निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनः उरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तत्तावत् भाति साक्षात् गुरुपवनपुरे हन्त भाग्यं जनानाम् अग्रे पश्यामि तेजो निबिडतरकला यावली लोभनीयं पीयूषाप्लावितोऽहं तदुतरे दिव्यकैशोरवेशं तारुण्यारम्भरम्यं परमसुखरसास्वाद रोमाञ्चिताङ्गैः आवीतं नारदाद्यैः विलसदुपनिषत् सुन्दरी मण्डलैश्च
Gurupavanapure Hantabhagyam Jananam. Namaskaram to all the Astikas. This Dashakam has been very special. Bhattatri says in the very clan, very lineage of Prithu, came this Raja called as Prachina Barhis. Through his wife Shatadhruti, it is said that he obtained 10 sons called Prachetas. And those sons were not intent on Prajotpatti, they wanted to take delight in performing tapasya to Bhagavan. They wanted to choose a place. That is when Manoharam Sarovaram, they chose a beautiful lake by the banks of the western sea. And that lake, confirmed and corroborated by Puranic sources, say that that is the lake that is today found in the Kshetram of Guruvayur. Shiva, being the greatest of devotees, wanted to meet these devotees, imparted the Rudrageetam, and within remaining the waters of Rudrageetam, it is said for a very long time they were performing tapasya. Meanwhile, because of their tapasya, their father Prachina Barhis was able to get the Prayashchittam done, obtained the knowledge of Parabrahman through Narada and attained Bhagavan. What happened to them? Here comes the shloka. Kripa balenaiva purah prachetasam prakashamagaha patagendra vahanaha viraji chakradi varayudhamshubihi bhujabhir ashtabhir udanchitadyutihi. Kripa balena eva. Only because of your kripa matram, your grace alone, tvam prakasham agaha, you did manifest yourself. You came in front of him, from them. Like for Kardama Prajapati, he appeared on Garuda. For Dhruva, he appeared on Garuda. Now for the 10 Prachetas, the son of Prachina Barhis, he appears Prakasham Agaha. How did he come? Puraha Prachetasam, in front of Prachetas. Patagendra Vahanaha, you sat on Garuda and you came. Patagendra Vahanaha. Udanchita Dyudihi. With luster spreading all around. Everywhere there was luster. Udanchita Dyudihi, Ashtabhihi, Bhujabihi. With 8 arms you came. Ashtabhuja Bhagavan. There is a place called Kanchipuram, famous for its silk saris in the state of Tamil Nadu. There is a beautiful temple there you have to visit called Ashtabhuja Perumal. Perumal means Vishnu, Narayana. You see him with 8 arms. Sir, that's so surprising. 8 arms? Yes. Then you go to another kshetram called Siam Reap in Cambodia. A temple was built called Paramavishnu Loka for Narayana by Suryavarman II of the Khmer dynasty. There too Bhagavan holds 8 arms. So Ashtabhuja Narayana. So he came over Garuda with 8 hands. Udanchita Dyutihi, Ashtabhihi, Bhujabihi, Viraji, Chakradi, Varayudha, Amshubihi, carrying all those ayudhams which determine and give the very position of Narayana to him. So he appeared with that particular form. Then what did he do? प्रचेतसां तावदयाचतामपि त्वमेव कारुण्यभराद् वरान् अदाः भवद्विचिन्तापि शिवाय देहिनां भवत्यसौ रुद्रनुतिश्च कामदा तावत् त्वं कारुण्यभरात् एव out of only sheer compassion कारुण्यभरात् अदाः वरान् प्रचेतसां you did confer boons on the prachetas. Did they ask? Now he says ayachatam api. Yachatam is to ask, you plead. Ayachatam, they didn't ask, but he bestowed. That is Bhagavan's greatness. Ayachatam api adaha varan prachetasam. What boon did he give? Bhavadvichinta api. This remembrance of you all itself. Bhavatu shivaya dehinam. See, they all wanted to think of Bhagavan. Bhagavan comes and says that people who think of you, Bhavat Vichinta api, whoever thinks of you, Bhavatu Shivaya Dehinam. Shivaya, here Shiva doesn't mean Bhagavan Mahadeva. Shivaya Dehinam means they will get auspiciousness. In a Shankaroti iti Shankaraha, Shiva means Mangalakaram. Anything which is auspicious is Shiva. So he says, Bhavatu Shivaya Dehinam. They will only get good. They will only auspiciousness will happen to them. Asau Rudranutihi cha. Alongside, Bhagavan said, see, people think of you, they will get auspiciousness. Alongside this particular stotra that you sang on me, Rudra Geetam, that the greatest of my devotees called Shiva taught you and you sang. Asau Rudranutihi cha. Bhavatu Kamada. Whoever listens to this, Bhavatu Kamada, their desires will be fulfilled. Bhavatu Kamada, all their desires will be fulfilled. Says Bhattatri in this particular shlokam. Then he takes us through Avapya Kantam Tanayam Magiruham Tayara Madhvam Dasha Lakshavatsariim Sutostu Daksho Nanu Takshanacha Mam Prayayastatheti Nyagadho Mudaivatan. Says Bhattatri Avapya Tanayam Magiruham Kantam. Now, these particular prachetas, having obtained, what do they do? Mahiruham Kantam, the daughter of the trees of the forest, as their wife. Ramadhvam Taya Dasha Lakshavatsari. Now, we should understand that Draupadi's scenario of marrying 5 people comes in Mahabharata. But there was a dilemma as to how can one woman marry 5 men at the same time. So the precedence used was of 2 people, Jatila who married 7 men and of this Marisha who married 10 men, Prachetas. So 10 of them married 1 woman. Ramadhvam Taya Dashalaksha Vatsarin for 10 lakh years. Again, this 10 lakh, see 10,000 I told you, 1, 10,000, 10,000. 10,000 Ayutam became 4 years. 10,000, 1 lakh, 10 lakh. So you'll have 6 to 7 years they enjoyed. Ramadhvam Taya Dashalaksha Vatsari. Then what happened? They obtained Astu Nanu Vaha Sutaha Dakshaha. They obtained a son called Daksha. Takshanachamam Prayasyatha. So then they obtained. So through that they attained him. Iti tvam nyagadaha tan muda eva. Thus you did tell them very joyfully. So this was the marriage that happened with the Prachetas. Then what happened to them? Tataschate bhutalarodhinastarun krudhadahanto druhinena varitaha drumaischa dattam tanayamavapyatam tvaduktakalam sukhino bhiremire tataha cha te krudhadahantaha. Then these Prachetas, after having enjoyed and seen the forest, they saw that there were so many trees, no people to live, full of trees. What did they do? Kruda Dahantaha. They started burning down all the trees. Taruna Bhutala Rodhinaha. Now, these trees which had covered the earth suddenly started burning. It looked as the earth was burning. So much fire they had created. Varitaha Druhinena. Brahma came and stopped them. They said, this is not the right way, Prachetas. It is not the right way to do. Avapyatam Tanayam. Then, having accepted that daughter offered by the trees. So, initially he says that Prachetas married that woman called Marisha and then obtained a son called Daksha. How did he marry? Because they married, because after their tapasya they saw so many trees, they got perturbed, they burned the trees, then the trees gave their daughter. Who is this daughter? Marisha. How do we know this? There is a Purva Charitram given to it. It is said that Pramlochana approached a rishi called Kandu and thereby lured him, and they produced a daughter. And as soon as she was pregnant, then the rishi realized that he had done a mistake, and then he banished her. And then with the pregnant lady, Pramlochana comes, and that child which falls is being adopted by the forest, the king of the forest, and then he nurtures that girl, Marisha, as his very own daughter and gives her in marriage to the Prachetas. So offered by the trees, Sukhinaha Twadukta Kalam, Abhiremire Sukhinaha Twadukta Kalam. So they were given in marriage. Now, what happened to them later comes the last shloka. Avapya Daksham cha sutam kritadhvaraha Prachetaso Narada Labdhaya Dhiya Ava Purananda Padam Tatha Vidas Tvamisha Vatalaya Natha Pahimam Avapya Sutam Daksham Cha. He has already mentioned this. He mentioned that the Prachetas married the Marisha lady, the woman, got a son called Daksha. How did they marry her? That is when there is a Purva Charitram given of burning of the trees, then the king gives away his daughter in marriage. Now what did he obtain? Daksha, that is already mentioned there. Even then, Avapya Sutam Daksham Cha Prachetasaha Krita Advaraha. What happened to the Prachetas? They got a son. Then they performed a Brahmasatram. He says Krita Advaraha. Brahmasatram is where you have discussions about the Brahman, Dhiya, Narada Labdhaya, and from the knowledge that was gained by Narada Maharishi, because Narada came in, gave that knowledge. Avapuhu Ananda Padam. They obtained an Ananda Padam, which is Tatvishnoho Paramam Padagum. They obtained the place from which there is no return. He Vatalaya Nath Isha. Hey Lord of Guruvayur, O powerful one. Tvam tatha vidhaha pahimam. See, you blessed the Prachetas, you blessed Prachina Barhis, so much you have blessed them. That too they performed their penance only in this particular lake. It is you who came to this lake and blessed them. I am sitting next to that lake in this very temple suffering from Vata Rogam. Why don't you come and bless me? Tvam tatha vidaha pahimam. This way, the same way, why don't you come and protect me? So this Dashakam is of extreme importance that I told you earlier itself, because it gives you a clear indication that this lake was very much present during the time of Prachetas. This is the very lake that they performed penance in. This is the very Kshetram where Shiva, maybe there's a Mammiyu Kshetram, Shiva would have given the Upadesham of Rudragitam. They too said this devotedly, and then finally Bhagavan came and blessed them. So this place, the Sarovaram, the lake of Guruvayur, is so sacrosanct that it finds mention in Bhagavatam and Narayaneeyam as well.
कल्याणरूपाय कलौ जनानां कल्याणदात्रे करुणासुधाब्दे कंवादिदिव्यायुधसत्कराय वातालयाधीश नमो नमस्ते. नारायण 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 नारायण.